Good morning, Chasm listeners. Today is Saturday, May 15th, 2021, and this is your weekly conservation report. My name is Tessa Zee, Conservation Planner with the Stearns County Soil and Water Conservation District. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about gardening. Now that we're hopefully past the time where things would be freezing still, it's a great time to get started on your home garden. For me, this is my first year of planting a garden in my backyard, so I've been reading up a lot on tips. UMN Extension has some awesome tips about gardening as well as companion planting. It's always fun picking which fruits, vegetables, and herbs you're going to plant for the year. So here are some tips on some ways you can make decisions not only based on what you want to eat, but how the plants can benefit each other, the soil, and water quality. The first tip is to plant early season and late season plants together in your garden. This is especially good if you're working in a small space and want to utilize your garden to its full capacity. First, you would plant your early season vegetables like lettuce or spinach, and then as those crops are maturing, you would plant late maturing plants such as tomatoes. When those leafy greens are ready for harvest, the canopy of those tomatoes will just be filling out. This makes it so you can be enjoying vegetables all season long. This can help build your soil and also suppress weeds by keeping living roots in the soil the whole season, as well as keeping the soil surface shaded from the sun. Another way to build your soil is by planting a bunch of plants that have different varying root sizes. Plants with taproots or tubers like carrots can break up compaction and increase soil aeration. Deep-rooted plants like melons can pull nutrients and water from the deeper soils. And then adding in legumes like peas or clover can allow for nitrogen fixation, just like in a cover crop situation for cash cropping. This can reduce the need for extra fertilizing in your garden, which is always helpful. The next tip is instead of buying trellises, you can grow them. The most famous example of this is the three sisters, corn, squash, and beans. The tall corn acts as a trellis for the bean vines to climb on. Just as I mentioned, the beans, being legumes, can provide helpful soil nitrogen, and the squash deters sweet corn-loving animals like raccoons. This is one of the most popular examples of companion cropping. The next tip is to plant a variety of edible plants and flowers together. This is one of the best ways to help manage pests in your garden. Some insects tend to always go for plants that have similar looks, whether that would be leaf shape or color. So if you grow a lot of the same plants in the same bed, it's easy for the insects to take over. So having a garden with a variety of different colors, leaf shapes, and heights will reduce any insect pressure. If you have interest in growing vegetables year-round in a high tunnel system, the NRCS has cost-share opportunities for high tunnels through cost-share through the EQUIP program. Contact our office at 320-251-7800 extension 3 for more information. I just wanted to pass along some of these tips that I read as I was researching about my own garden, and I hope you guys have a great season with a bountiful harvest. Thanks to UMN Extension and Minnesota Grown for these tips. Have a great weekend, everyone, and this has been your weekly conservation report. Thanks!